Why are household surveys a burden for respondents? Imagine trying to tell someone everything about your household in just a few minutes. That's what household surveys ask people to do, and it can be quite a challenge. When the government collects data about different types of households, it needs a lot of detailed information. This includes details about each person living in the home, their ages, jobs, income, and even where they live. For larger families or households with many members, filling out these surveys can take a lot of time. On average, it might take around 40 minutes to complete a survey like the American Community Survey, which asks about 71 different questions. That's a long time to sit down and answer questions, especially if you are busy or have other things to do. Some questions can also make people uncomfortable. For example, questions about how much money they earn, their housing situation, or their employment status can feel very personal. People might worry about sharing private details or feel unsure about how the information will be used. This can make them hesitant to answer honestly or even to participate at all. Another reason these surveys can feel like a burden is because they are often mandatory. When people know they are required by law to take part, it can create stress or pressure. They might think, "Why do I have to do this?" Especially if they do not see a clear benefit for themselves. This mandatory aspect can make the process seem more like an obligation than a helpful activity. Many households are asked to participate repeatedly in different surveys over time. For example, the same family might be asked to fill out the American Community Survey, the Current Population Survey, and the Decennial Census. This repeated contact can cause survey fatigue, where people become tired or annoyed with the process. As a result, response rates can drop, making it harder for the government to gather accurate data. People's views about the survey also matter. If they understand that the data helps decide how government resources are distributed or how policies are made, they might feel more willing to participate. But if they do not see the value or are skeptical about how their information will be used, they may feel the survey is a burden they do not want to bear. In the end, household surveys are demanding because they ask for a lot of time, involve sensitive questions, are often mandatory, and are repeated over time. Larger or more complex households with many members or diverse family structures face even greater demands. To make things easier, officials are exploring ways to ask fewer questions or better explain why the data is important. These efforts aim to make participating less of a burden and encourage more people to share the information that helps shape policies and services.